Hi, boys and girls. How are you today? Guess what we're going to learn about today? Do you know what these are? What are these things? That's right, bubbles. We have a Clifford magazine today about bubbles and a story about bubbles, and then I'm going to teach you how to make your own bubbles. Let's take a look at our Clifford magazine first. Let me get my glasses on so I can see. Can you look right up here? It says, "My Big World with Clifford. Pop goes the bubble." Do you like to pop bubbles? Use your finger and pretend that you can pop each bubble on the page. Can you do that? Can you pop them? Good job. Now let's open it up and take a look inside. It's a little bit windy out here today, so I'm going to have to use some tape and tape it down. All right, it says Bubble Science 1. Bubbles float up, up, up. Pop goes the bubble. 2. Bubbles can stick together. Pop goes the bubble. 3. Bubbles have colors. Pop goes the bubble. 4. Bubbles can stretch. Pop goes the bubble. Clifford has a big word for you today. It's called burst. What's another word for pop? You can also say burst. What makes a bubble burst? You can poke it with your finger. You can blow too much air. Can you think of anything else that could make a bubble burst? All right, now let's take a look at our bubble book today. All right, let's see if we can clip this back together. This is called Pop, a book about bubbles. It's by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley, and the photographs are by Margaret Miller. This is a Let's Read and Find Out science book. Pop, a book about bubbles. Dip the plastic wand into the soap solution. Hold it up to your mouth. Now blow. You've made a bubble. Watch it float higher and higher. The bubble shimmers in the sun. Up it goes, up, up, then pop, it disappears. You can blow small bubbles or big ones. You can blow one bubble or hundreds of bubbles. You can't blow square bubbles or flat bubbles. All bubbles are round. Bubbles are air trapped inside liquid. The liquid you put your bubble wand into is made of water and soap. Sometimes it has a little corn syrup too. It is sticky. It sticks to your fingers when you touch it, and it sticks to the plastic bubble wand. It sticks and stretches. It stretches across the round hole on the end of the bubble wand. Boys and girls, I'm going to take our Clifford magazine down because I think it's going to blow away. When you blow into the wand, you make air move. If you blow slowly, you can see how the air makes the soap on the wand start to stretch. As you blow harder, the soap stretches and stretches until it can't stretch anymore. Finally, it snaps free. The soap shuts around the air inside it. There it is, a bubble. You don't have to blow to make a bubble. If you hold your bubble wand up to the wind will blow bubbles for you. You can also make bubbles by holding the wand up and running. Anything that moves air can make a bubble. If a bubble touches something, like your hand or another bubble, it may have a flat side, or the wind may push a bubble and change its shape. But when a bubble is quietly floating in the air by itself, it is always round. The air inside the bubble pushes out against the soap skin. It doesn't push harder in one place than in another. It pushes evenly in every direction. This makes the bubble round. The soap skin holds the air inside. It pushes back against the air. If your hands are dry and you touch bubbles, they pop. Anything that pokes them makes a hole in the soap skin. Whoosh! The air inside rushes out. Even if you don't touch bubbles, they still pop. They dry out. Their soap skins shrink. Soon they can't hold all the air inside them. Pop! There are other kinds of bubbles too. The next time you drink soda, look carefully at the bottom of the glass. You will see tiny bubbles forming. You can watch them get bigger and bigger. Finally, they get so big that they start to float up through the soda, higher and higher. Then pop! You can also make bubbles with a straw. Put one end of the straw in a glass of water or juice and blow. Bubbles float up through the liquid and pop. Water and juice aren't sticky like soap solution, so the bubbles pop right away. Milk is stickier than water. If you blow bubbles with a straw in a glass of milk, they will stay at the top of the glass for a while. They won't float through the air like soap bubbles. The milk isn't sticky enough for that, but milk bubbles look like soap bubbles. Wherever they aren't touching the glass or each other, they will be round. You can make tiny, tiny bubbles. You can make bubbles big enough to step inside. You can blow one bubble or a whole stream of bubbles. But you can't make square bubbles. Bubbles are always round. The end. So boys and girls, if you don't have any bubbles at your house, I thought I could show you how to make some. So we just need a few things. We need some dishwashing soap. Now actually they suggest that you have clear soap with no color, but I don't have any of that at my house. So I'm gonna improvise. Remember, when you improvise, you're making something else work. You're using something different. So here's our recipe. It's really easy. We're gonna take 1 tablespoon of liquid soap. This is dishwashing soap. 2 tablespoons. So we have 2 tablespoons of dishwashing soap. All right. Then we're going to use something called Karo syrup. If you ever have made a pie, sometimes they put Karo syrup in your pie. And we only need 1 tablespoon of Karo syrup. It's kind of thick. Can you see how it's thicker than the soap? And if you touch it, it's very sticky. That's what's going to make our bubbles stick together. So we're going to put in 1 spoonful, which is a tablespoon, of Karo syrup. All right, the next thing we need is water. You can help me count. We're going to do 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 tablespoons of water, 1 tablespoon of Karo syrup, and 2 tablespoons of dishwashing liquid. Now we just want to mix it really gently, not too hard, because if we do that it'll get kind of foamy. So we just want to mix the Karo syrup in and the soap bubbles. Mix it around in the water. It's starting to get a little bit thicker. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we're going to take our bubble wand and see if we can make some bubbles. So we lay it down in there. See if we can make some. Ah, look, it worked. There you go. Now maybe you don't have a bubble wand at your house. So remember, we can improvise. We can use other things. I've got a little pipe cleaner here, and you can bend it, your pipe cleaner. Try that. Put it in the bubble solution. Let's see if we can get it to work. Okay. Oh, it did work. So there's different things. Anything you can bend, like a little piece of wire might work. Actually, you can even take string. Now, I took my bubble solution and put it in a little bit bigger bowl so I could show you a way you can make bubbles with your hands, just in case you don't have any bubble wands. You're just going to make a shape with your hands, and you put your whole hand down in the bubble solution, and you pick it up, and you make a bubble with your hands. Isn't that cool? All right, boys and girls, I hope you have lots of fun making bubbles. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.